Well, best female actor.
Best female actress went to the gal, and I don't know her, but played the Eyes of Tammy Faye Baker.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty good. Wow, she got the Academy.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, no, they came out slinging, man. Those the hosts came out, and were attacking things pretty good from the beginning. It was a like, oh damn, they just did that. It was pretty rough. They said, how can you make a movie about one of the century's greatest female comedians and not be funny? He said something to the effect it was like, it was like having a film about Michael Jordan. It was nothing but the bus trips.
What movie was that?
The being the Ricardos or something like the.
Oh, okay.
The one that was kind of like the backstory of.
Hey, I'm sure that's where all the funny and good stories lied. Was the,
Oh, they were hilarious. Amy Schumer and all those. They did one joke at one point in time where they go, "We're gonna have to put this out on Black Twitter." The two black comedians that are hosting, and Amy goes, "What's that?" They go, "Oh, never mind." You're not supposed to know about that. Anyway, it was an interesting night. Like I said, we're probably the worst people to watch a show like that because we don't know any of the movies. It's kind of like we hardly know the actors. We don't know any of the movies, but the comedy was great.
But it gives you an opportunity to learn what the good movies are without having to,
That's right.
All of them. Now you know which ones were the Oscar winners.
That's right. There's one out there called Belfast. Tracks a family back in the 1950s in Belfast, Ireland, which is a story that's been played out a couple of times, but that one should be good. It's an interesting time period.
It's sort of autobiographical of Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah. There was a couple like books about maybe 15 years ago that were kind of centered around some of that. But when I was in high school, Janae actually had some exchange students come over from Ireland, Northern Ireland, called the Ulster Project. And so it was Catholic and Protestant kids that came over to the U.S. and spent time together in hopes of, promoting that, it's not all evil because, Northern Ireland's basically divided between Protestants and the Catholics, and they don't like each other.
Yeah, trying to teach them how to get along, the Catholics and Protestants.
Yeah. And instead they just came here and, Janae was one of their hosts and they just ended up getting more in trouble. Believe it or not.
Ireland, have you guys ever been and have any recommendations on what we can all do together in Dublin?
Haven't been.
Has anybody been to Ireland? On the call?
Jeff, you been to Ireland? Katie?
I have not been to Ireland.
Nope. It's on the list.
Well, we're going to start research on what we can do in Dublin. Because guess what? In 2022, we're Dublin to go to Dublin.
Dublin for Dublin. All right. Can't hear
Michelle, you have your mute on.
Oh, thanks, guys. I know I'm excited about Dublin. And I'm at 49,000, so I should be in Dublin by March. No, June, July, second quarter. It's only 123,000 points to get there or something.
135.
Nice.
Is that right? 135. Okay.
135.
Yeah. I'm going to bump up this quarter's production. So my goal is to get there by the second quarter. And then I can work on the extension the rest of the year. I'm sure it'll be a good extension.
Killarney. right?
Yeah, Killarney.
I don't know
Which
who that
up in-
is, but it sounds like there might be some
It's
cool
like-
stuff there, like a castle.
It is like southwest of Dublin. So Dublin's here, Killarney is down here.
What's the second city?
Killarney?
Killarney. Like you're gonna kill
It's-
Arnie.
It's in the mountains and there's a bunch of castles over there.
Donna, if we can get some good info from her.
Who?
Donna,
Yep.
Mike, you never been to Ireland?
Never been. I mean, we both been to to England and the not really just London area and all through there. We never really made it to Scotland either.
Listen,
well, Donna and them are going on our extension in June. So we'll find out. We'll talk with them. We'll get some good intel.
yeah,
At that time.
we definitely know that going to a Irish dive bar will be on the list. We'll
Yeah.
definitely be able to find
Yeah, well,
one.
you can tour the Dublin Guinness place is in Dublin.
They can do a bunch of car bombs. That sounds
Yeah, I wonder if they have that shot in Northern Ireland. I have a car bomb, or if that's in bad taste.
I don't know. It's the internet days these days. You can throw out some good stuff. Katie, did you see the Oscars last night?
No, I just saw the different memes and stuff like that. Well, Facebook had posted the different videos or whatever, and the actual live version, and then the unedited version too.
Oh, P. Diddy had to come out afterwards, going like, "Well,
Yeah,
we're gonna settle this like civil."
Did you see Chris
Yeah,
Rock?
we talked
get
about
hit?
that. Yeah,
that's all I saw. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was a real moment.
yeah.
yeah. A lot of people thought it was fake initially, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Mm-mm. They were doing a
don't know.
roasting of a lot of people, but it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was funny.
if Will would have came back for the second shot, I don't know. Man. So
Yeah,
what are we doing this
Killarney
week, guys?
is got this big old lake by it.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah.
Leanne. And it is. It looks like it's in the mountainous part.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my jam then.
So that for the extension, I think it's 235 or 220 is the number.
We all got a lot of ways to go, but we could do it. I mean, look, it's only March. Seriously.
Well, there's no way we're going to double our business if we don't do it. Because it starts with us. If we need more people to double our business, but we got to really in my opinion, we all got to be on board for the extension. Even you, Jeff. Even you, Katie.
Do it.
So
There you go, Chief. Our office.
we got to do minimum. Let's see, we have 9 months left in the year. If you have 50,000 points right now, you need to do a minimum of 180. I'm sorry, which is 120. Which is 20,000 a month minimum if you already have 50,000 in points. So the good thing is that all of us have a book of business already, so you can work your leads and your current clients to get to the 20,000 a month. It makes it a little bit easier. Anybody tried using game time leads since, or anybody started to do the telesales off of the game time leads since we had all talked last?
I know Jonathan
No.
had. Outside of Jonathan.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that up because they're cheaper leads and you can, work them on the phone and or in person. And if you're doing one sale a day, 20 days out of the month, that's 20 grand right there. You know?
That's a good breakdown. I like it.
And maybe it starts with schedules. Is everybody working one day a week? I mean, 5 days, Monday through Friday.
I mean, personally, my schedule has been kind of jacked the last couple of months, so I need to readjust my schedule.
One of the things that Katie is doing with me now, and I think I do it for my own self. I have a Morgan, but I don't use a Morgan to handle all my pending. I take responsibility for it, and I know y'all do too. But just reporting on Slack every day which policies got issued, because she doesn't and I can put them paid, issue paid. It's not a big deal. It's 2 seconds of my time. And I like to know what's issue paid in my team every single day. I think it helps the agent to stay on top of her business. And it's one of those good habits that I have, Megan has, Jonathan has, and I don't know about the others. Jeff, is that something that you would like to start doing with me?
What
Just
to
a
put?
Slack to me and Morgan? Yes or no? No policies issued. Yes, this policy issued. This is the name.
Oh, so she's just saying, like, when you have business that's issuing, that to just let them know so that they can update it in Salesforce immediately. Is that what you're referring to?
Exactly. And if they don't have business issued on one day, then also report that. It's the habit of reporting anything that was issued. And it makes your brain think, why didn't I get stuff issued today? What do I need to get issued to get my 7 policies this week or my 5 policies this week? I mean, it's a good idea to do 20 policies a month, but that's not going to yield you 20,000 net.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to have 30. Or depending on the size of the policies.
Yeah, but average, you're right.
Yeah.
And if you can think in terms of those, that's 1.5 policies a day.
Jonathan, what was the ratio that Andrew gave you for the game time leads?
Every lead you buy, you'll write to 292 294 annual premium
I mean,
per lead you buy. So if you buy 15 leads, you'll write 3,375. But he used to be in sales. Andrew did. He used to sell life insurance. So, which is cool because he's already done it. But I wrote more than that when I ran my numbers.
So what was your profit? What was your cost on 15?
Your cost on 15, if you do exclusive, brand new, is $35 per lead.
It's half the price of an NAA lead, and it's exclusive.
Correct.
Can you guys commit to? So how much did that cost you total?
$500, $525.
Katie, Jeff, is that something? And listen, when we report our issue paid stuff, I'm not asking, hey, I just want you to report to me because I'm trying to micromanage you. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to help us all develop good habits. They're going to bring us better success in our life. So I'm okay with reporting it in a group message with all of us, Jonathan, Megan, Jeff, me, and Stephanie. That creates a little bit of peer pressure too. And if you can put yourself out for $500 a week on leads, I don't know if y'all listened to the Wednesday call last week. but Eric Belair was on there, and all those guys that are writing 40 grand a month, they're spending 1,500 a month, 1,500 a week on leads. They're using NAA leads. But if you just started out with 500 a week on leads and did it consistently, I know you'll get your numbers. It's always been a numbers game. For me, there have been years that I have spent at most, 70 grand on leads.
Yep.
I never spent 1,500 a week on leads. Okay. But I think I'm pretty good at marginalizing all my skills better and I still issue paid 400,000 that year. And that's almost 40 grand a month. Did I ever issue pay over 400? Did I ever issue pay 500? I got over 400. I maybe got to 450 because at that time I thought they were going to give me more trips, but they didn't. Then that's when they came to the conclusion that might be a good idea. It's always.
I was just going to say, I think the best way to think about it is what is it that we need to do to get the return on any money we're spending and focus on how do we get to the trip. I think that's a marker that we all can hit and chase, because I got to tell you, ain't nothing funner than being in Paris with everybody, man. That was, with Jeff, I know we're with you guys, and Katie, were y'all in, where was your last trip? Was it Paris?
No, it was before that.
Oh,
It
man.
should have been Alaska.
Greece.
And Alaska again.
Alaska
Greece was
again?
the first one.
You can win Alaska, but we ain't going.
Next year going to Cancun.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
What was the last one? So it was
but
Greece, Banff,
Was it Hawaii?
and
Greece,
Yes,
no,
it
she didn't
was-
make Hawaii either. I ain't
No.
had y'all both on a trip yet. This is crazy.
nope, not at the same time.
Imagine the
Um,
trouble. I mean, the fun we could all have.
I didn't
Trouble's the
realize.
right word. Whoever, whatever was after Banff, Mediterranean.
Gotcha. The cruise.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, we got to do Ireland together. We got to get the band back together.
hmm
Well, and it's still so far away. There's just plenty of time for.
Plenty of time, but we got to be focused on it. And look, here's the thing. It's not so much of my mindset is, yes, we need to know what we need to be doing each week, kind of on numbers wise, but I know that can be a point. It's like, can we do that? But like every month, just kind of checkpoint yourself, because you can have a big case come through and boost you up, and those are the things that we're that really kind of help make the differences and the accelerators, if you will.
What Eric Belair said was when you're going in the house, getting a check, you're getting 25% of your money. I don't even care if it's a $12,000 deal. You're only getting 25% of your money. And it comes back to the 4 basics. Pick up a check, recruit across the Christian table, 15 referrals, and find the money. And that's the other 75%. And how did he figure it out? That was the guy in Florida. What's the guy in Florida?
Rojas.
He's friends with Mike Hartlib.
Rojas.
Rojas. Is he's learned how to do all those things.
Yeah. I mean, these are the basics of our business.
And if you
Right.
don't know what to do, just start doing something and mess it up.
It's
And then
it's more of committing to being consistent and taking some type of resource flow, I think.
I agree.
So I'll give you an example. Okay. I bought $2,000 worth of EDU leads in July last year, I believe, or August. Okay. I'd never worked in before. It was extremely uncomfortable. However, I learned a ton from that experience, and I'm now closing up $500,000 worth of money just now, right? Because I stayed in touch with that lady. So there's always money in the resources. That's never the issue. The issue is with myself, okay, that I have to ask myself is, am I consistently working the resources that I have every week? And am I committed to taking a certain amount of a new resource each week? I think that's more of the focus point from what I've experienced, right? I'm not saying I'm right, but that's because that's just what I've experienced. Like I think the money's always going to be there if we commit to some type of consistent resource flow, wherever that's from, right?
You're
you
exactly
always,
right. You got the most production to show for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're going to need, you want to work your current clients as well, right? You don't want to not work them. It's the weeks where you don't have, where your current clients are just, you just touch base with them and you don't write business, is where the leads come in.
If I wasn't sick, I would be working leads. No doubt about it. I have limited time, and that's why I'm not pulling any leads right now, but I'm getting pretty excited about just making time to do it as I'm feeling better. So
yeah. So
it's a loss. It's a loss if you don't work your leads. So you have to be able to work them. And that comes down to schedule. But I'd like to get some commitments on y'all. Can you put in 500 this week on game time leads? Katie, Jeff, are you willing to make that commitment? Are you willing to grow your business? Are you willing to have more production?
And Jonathan, just so I'm clear, like you put in like a chunk of money, and then you get how does it work? Like, can you do 250 if you don't have the 500?
for the game time leads,
Yeah. How does that work?
it's a minimum of 10 lead. I believe it's a minimum of 10 or 15 leads. I don't have the site pulled up in front of me, but
Okay.
So if it's a minimum of 10, then it's a minimum of 350.
yeah, I believe it's either 10 or 15.
Can you put the site up here?
If you do them exclusively, yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
It's also on that working document that I attached to our Slack channel the other day.
Did you pin it? Do you happen to pin it?
No, you would have to pin it if you want it pinned.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to do a custom order, because if you just buy them off the map, they're.
You said they're up to 6 weeks old then, right?
If you just buy them off the map, yeah, they're going to be old. So when I first tried them, I bought 4 off the map, and I closed one of them, but the other 3 were like, dude, that was months ago. I already found, I found something, but I didn't realize you could custom order it. So then I talked to Andrew. He's like, yeah, just do a custom order and we'll create the leads after your order is placed, and they'll be exclusive to you. So you don't get your leads up front. You have to put the order in, and then it takes like 24 or 48 hours for you to start getting your first one.
Johnny, are they like, I know that they do Final Expense and Life. Which ones are you having the best luck with?
The term are better from what I've, yeah. I mean, the Final Expense are basically like the Facebook ones we had, or still have, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, Andrew's a cool dude. You can call him if you want. I mean, like I said, he used to be in sales, so he knows what we deal with. I think that's why the leads are a little bit better than normal, in my opinion.
And then we're going to the TFG one, right?
Yeah,
Excuse
but
me.
yeah, the term I have better luck with. But I wrote business on the final expense. I got 15 term and 20. The final expense ones are cheaper.
Right.
I spent like $1,000 and I've written like $8,000. I wrote like $8,000 from it.
Okay.
So
Thanks, John.
yeah.
And I mean, it's really just about let's work together, and if you don't like, hey, can we do, like I said, let's figure it out and get some of these in our hands, because this is the big one. Katie, you're still working the EDU leads, right?
Yeah, but out of the appointments that I've actually had on the calendar, 3, I've only had a total of 5 booked, and 3, I did my first 3 last week, and so I've got follow-ups this week. So the rest of them aren't. Out of the 40, I've done 5. I've had 5 scheduled. 2 fell off the calendar, meaning they canceled it, and then 3 total appointments. But they're promising. It's just like the para ones that I had really good luck with, and part of, on the flip side of that, I'm also finishing up my certification for the Social Security expert.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And that should open you up to some more lead avenues as well, right? That's what you're thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. That, or at least have the knowledge for people who have specific questions about that. I'm just trying to get more creative about for people who have questions about Social Security too, because it ties into Medicare, it ties into retirement, all of that kind of stuff. So.
Okay.
So do you feel like you could throw 250 or 350 this week just to try to bump up your run rate immediately?
Yeah.
And did the other
yeah.
two get credits on, or do they reschedule?
They generally, so if I get access to their information, I get to keep it, and then I just have to reschedule it. But the other 2, they replace it. If it's like a no-show or whatever, they replace it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's the same thing. You give them $2,000, and then they open up you schedule a certain time on your calendar for different days that you choose, and then people just see those 2 days on your calendar when you're available, and that's when they book. I don't know if Johnny did it like this or not, but I literally only opened up I didn't want to be bombarded and have my entire week be filled and then not be able to schedule the follow-ups if that happened. But the initial week that I had it opened up was spring break week, thinking that there would be a lot of teachers that wanted it, and there just hasn't been. So last week was the week right
that's
after
the way I
break.
did it, Katie.
You did open it up the entire week?
No, I did. How you're doing it? I did like
Just a couple days. Okay.
2 days a week, I believe. So I think I did Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay. And it may be the days I chose. I chose Monday and Thursday. So
yeah, but yeah, it took me a while. I did 40 of them. It took me a while to get them all because of that, but
right.
And
that's fine. It's a process to get them across the calendar. So yeah, they'll all come, but it'll probably take 2 months to get them all.
I got really excited when I was listening to those guys and jealous, and like, golly, I should be getting leads, and I just can't. A few more months, and I'll probably tear it up towards the end of the year when I can go see people.
Yep,
and
that's true.
Because Eric Belair, Jeff, he's 56 years old. He doesn't know how to work technology at all, but he's figured out how to do all these e-apps. And he has his Bobby, his wife, who organizes all his leads everywhere he goes. And he has kits all in his car. So So in case all the e-apps don't work, he's got backup. And he does a paper.
Shoot.
Anyway, I see a lot of parallels with you and Eric, Jeff. But I think that you have so much more potential. And the guy's already done $40,000 a month for the last 3 months. He's already over $130,000. He's already got 300 applications turned in.
Wow.
And he's doing Medicare too. I suggest y'all go listen to that Wednesday call and listen to him and listen to Rojas. I don't know about the other two. I don't know about the others, but definitely those two is who I listen to.
Michelle Coleman had a lot of good stuff to say also. She's direct to Brian Rojas. And listen, when I think back on like whenever we were all going into the office doing dial sessions together, we were all more consistent because we had that going. And that's a big part of maybe what's going on over in Treasure Island is they've got that, you know, they're dialing together. So Thursday mornings, I encourage y'all to get on the call with us and dial, even if it's not necessarily leads, but even if it's to current clients, it's just starting to get back into the habit of working together.
Another thing that another thing that Eric does is for 10 years, he's always done Saturday morning, 8 to 12 on the phone, 4 hours. And then he works the weekends, you know, and there are some, you listen to the call, there are some that he'll never call. He'll only door knock. He won't call 8-3 leads ever, but he only gets them in a certain area. But he's also licensed in like 18 states. So he buys bulk older leads in other states and does do on the phone sales with those people. He's got
I'm going to do some game time leads. I leave tomorrow to go to Phoenix and I come back Saturday. I'm going to go see my parents. But I'll see if I can get a batch of game times to start delivering to me. I don't know, Sunday, Monday.
Then ask Andrew when you should place them. Just call him.
Okay.
Jonathan's got his number. I know we got staff on, but I was just going to say, just for everybody's benefit, that, you know, we have finished cycle 5, and Michelle's got her massive steroids pill taken that she's doing right now, so she's like on fire. I'm gonna have to like keep some of those around extra, you know.
I might get mean by tomorrow. I might get mean, so it's good that we have this call today.
Yeah.
This is my second day, 40 milligrams of
Dexamethasone.
40 milligrams a day, which is a very high dose.
Yeah, they said she can't run or anything because she could like pop a tendon or something. It's like crazy. But here's the better news. The better news is that they've, at least the moment, they've reduced us down to 1 day a week to go into clinic. So we're not going to be running as crazy all week long. It just seems like we've been, the last month and a half has just been nonstop stuff, you know. And then when was it? Was it Saturday that we were in there? No, when were we in all
Saturday.
day? Was it just?
It was Saturday. We got there for a 6:45 appointment, and we didn't leave there till 7:45 p.m. We got home at 8.
Yeah, she was mean then, so you know.
I wasn't too happy. I was not feeling well and mean.
She wasn't feeling well. She was mean. I finally had to tell her, I said, look, if you keep on sending these nurses on wild goose chases for this or that thing that they gave you in the hospital, we're going to be here an extra hour. She goes, oh, okay. Tell them you're feeling fine.
Okay. Well, Katie, check out. Okay. Would y'all like to set up a group chat to let everybody know what you've issued on a daily?
Yeah, just something to just punch in. We'll do that. You know,
okay,
and
I'll
again,
set it up.
It's really just for
it keeps your mind focused on what am I issuing today? What can I issue today? Because you can work on pending every day a little bit.
Yeah, this is hashtag Be Like Michelle. We're gonna call it. That's what we're gonna call it, the Be Like Michelle group. But
There
this
you
is the
go.
way she's done it, and you know, like I said, I'm gonna be upset. This is my mission now, is to talk to y'all, get y'all through to at least to Dublin, and then let's see if we can get to Killarney. That'd be awesome. But let's at least go to Dublin together. You know,
The road to Dublin.
the road to Dublin.
Let's
That's
just all
all-
make it. Let's just all make a commitment too to be on, you know, be on this call every week and be on the other calls every week. You know, that
Yeah,
there's
is it
just
helpful
something,
that I sent out?
you know.
I mean, is it helpful that I sent out the text message the night before?
Yeah.
Good. Because I would have wanted to be sleeping earlier. Anyway, we got staff.
Yeah, I like the
Oh,
morning
good.
meeting. I like it
Yeah, I
better than at night on Monday.
Yeah. I saw Kid Rock on TV the other day. He was talking, and you know, he said he's up at like 3:30 in the morning every day in the studio, and he's got things he does, and then people start showing up about 9:30. You know, because he said his just mind's better in that zone. You know, and I think that's a good reference point to me. You know, because like, you know, when are we thinking at our best? When should we be working? You know, that our mind is at maximum, especially us older folks. You younger folks, I don't know, but you're supposed to be all the time for y'all. But you know, for us as we get older,
we all have a time of day where we are most productive. So leaning into that is important.
Yeah.
But yeah, starting with routine, whatever your
okay.
routine is.